Welcome back to Teenage Nightmares, the place that drags you deeper into the world of the unknown. In tonight's chilling tale, we'll hear from Garrett, who's going to share his terrifying experience with us. So get comfortable, grab some headphones and some snacks, and enjoy a Teenage Nightmares original. I should have stayed home. Hello, my name is Garrett, and I want to tell you about the time I was almost taken from my mom at a McDonald's. It was close to Christmas in the year 2003. My mom and I were on our way to grab a late dinner. It was around 8:30, which was later than usual, since we typically ate around 6:30. But that night was different. My mom had just gotten off a long shift at the hospital. She worked hard. I understood that, even as an 8-year-old. So a late dinner was no problem. And honestly, I wasn't going to complain. Fast food sounded like a win to me. I could still remember how heavy the rain was that night. It was coming down in waves. I loved watching the raindrops race each other across the window at every red light. Everything felt normal until we pulled into the McDonald's parking lot. It was mostly empty, but something, or rather, someone, stood out. There was an old man standing by the entrance. I couldn't explain why, but something about him instantly made me uneasy. It could have been his blank stare, possibly the menacing look on his face, or maybe just everything combined. Whatever it was, I knew one thing for sure. I didn't want to be anywhere near him. I tried to tell my mom, but she brushed it off. She told me I was being mean and said he was probably just a homeless man who was hungry. Then she did something I really didn't expect. She suggested we offer him food. I shook my head and told her it was a horrible idea, but she didn't listen. The first thing she did before we even stepped inside was ask him if he was hungry. He said he was. So she smiled and told him to come in with us and pick something off the menu. He nodded and followed us in. Being close to him only made things worse. I noticed something my mom didn't. He had a knife tucked into his belt. It was one of those hunting knives. And as soon as I laid my eyes on it, my stomach turned. When we got to the counter, my mom placed our order, then turned to the man and asked what he wanted. He didn't say a word, just raised his hand and pointed to a cheeseburger on the menu. She nodded, then added a drink and some fries to it, and paid. For a second, I let myself believe maybe I was wrong. Maybe he really was just hungry. Maybe I judged him too quickly. Unfortunately, that's when I let my guard down. This particular McDonald's had one of those indoor playgrounds, and I always looked forward to playing in it. I asked my mom if I could go, and the timing couldn't have been better. Her sister, who lived 8 hours away, had just called her cell phone. Whenever they talked, my mom would completely zone out, lost in the conversation. So she just nodded and waved me off. But as I started walking away,